tied to the emotional center of our brain. We associate each smell with a certain person, a memory, or a place. The whiff of a loved one's perfume makes us miss them terribly. The smell of wet mud evokes a memory from the monsoons. The light smell of agarbattis may remind us of a grandmother busy with her puja routine. Fragrances are liquid emotions. What is a fragrance? It is a blend of essential oils in a solvent, usually alcohol. There are different types of fragrances ranging from the strongest to the lightest. The strongest meaning it has a more composition of essential oils in it. The stronger ones last longer, the lighter ones not so much. Now you might be wondering why I'm saying fragrance and not perfume. Bear with me a little and I'll tell you why. The Fragrance Foundation in the UK breaks down fragrances into different categories based on the composition of essential oil in it. At 2 to 5%, we have eau de cologne. It's not eau de cologne, it's eau de cologne. At 4 to 15%, you have eau de toilette. At 10 to 20%, you have eau de parfum. And at 10 to 40%, you have parfum, or commonly called perfume. So perfume is a category. Although we interchangeably use it with fragrance, fragrance and perfume are not the same. Now a fragrance has a structure, right? So let's say, imagine a triangle that is sliced into 3 horizontally. The top section of your triangle are called the top notes. Now these are the sharp, fresh notes of a fragrance and last for a few minutes. The middle section are called the heart notes, and they start after a few minutes and last for up to an hour. And the bottom section, which is actually the foundation of a fragrance's sensual architecture, these start after an hour or so and evaporate slowly. Understanding how a fragrance is bodied and how it changes over the course of a day, interacting with our body's chemistry, can help us all become unforgettable. Now you may be wondering why I'm talking about fragrance of all things. My first purpose is to help you understand the importance or the impact that a fragrance has on us. It is more than just a cosmetic. Rachel Hers, a neuroscientist with Brown University, makes several observations in her latest book, The Scent of Desire. She states that while people within a culture have common interactions or common associations with certain scents, the wide-ranging impact of smell on our daily lives is a universal phenomenon. For example, let's say that within India, we all adore, or mostly we all adore, the smell of a hing tadka. But someone from the West might find it repulsive. However, the smell of food brings about a similar reaction in people world over. Fragrances can have a positive effect on our mood, sleep improvement, stress reduction, improving our self-confidence, physical and cognitive performance, says Theresa Malner, who's the executive director of the Sense of Smell Foundation, which is the research and educational wing of the perfume industry's Fragrance Foundation. She also says that by understanding how odors affect each of you personally, you can enhance your health and well-being. My second reason of talking about fragrances is to give you all a life hack. Actually, a couple of life hacks. Gentlemen, I hope you all are taking notes, right? It can have a significant impact, especially around Valentine's Day. Firstly, deos are meant to kill bacteria and mask or minimize body odor. Perfumes are meant to enhance or project fragrance. Deos will not project fragrance, and perfumes, unfortunately, will not minimize body odor. Second thing is, we've all seen those cheesy deo ads, right? The skinny guy sprays perfume all over and attracts women. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Why, you may ask? Because first of all, women are not Pokemon. And secondly, even if a deo projects fragrance, it lasts for half an hour tops, right? But for best results, use a combination of both. Use a deo which is either unscented or mildly scented, and use a perfume on top of that. Perfumes last longer on moist skin, so make sure you moisturize before you use a perfume. Deos are always meant to be used on your skin. Perfumes can be used on your skin or on clothing. Actually, they last better when you use them on clothing, but make sure you do a patch test first. You don't want the perfume to stain your clothing, right? Whenever you use a perfume, check if you're going to be indoors most of the day, because no matter how great the perfume smells, you will end up with a nasty headache. The other thing is, when you're using perfume, make sure you apply it on your pulse points. Now, pulse points is where your skin is warmest. For example, insides of your wrist, insides of your elbows, behind your ears, behind your knees, on your neck, places like that. That's where the smell actually gets enhanced. And the final one, which I surprisingly didn't know until I started my research. Once you apply perfume, never rub it. Because when you do that, you destroy the top and the heart notes and are left with the base notes for very little time. Right now, we all love to smell great and look beautiful, right? So understanding how a perfume or how a fragrance interacts with our body will always help us give that boost in confidence. And when you also see someone who smells great, make sure you compliment them, because you want others also to feel the same way. I'd like to end with a quote from Elizabeth Taylor. She says, "The beauty of fragrance is that it speaks to your heart, and hopefully someone else's too." Thank you.